Konnichiwa. Welcome to this video, which is the second lesson of the basic Japanese series for beginners. You will learn how to form interrogative sentences, and you will also learn how to introduce yourself in Japanese. So please watch it till the end. If you have not watched the first lesson, please watch it and be thorough with the vocabulary and sentence pattern presented in it. Let me begin with the word senmon, which means speciality or specialization of subject. During conversation, it is common to ask people what they specialize in. So, if you remember this word senmon, it is going to be helpful. In today's world, we have endless number of specialities. I will start with the popular ones. The first one is denki, which means electrical and electric equipment. The same word is also used for electricity and electric light. So, if you have any connection with electricity, you can say watashi no senmon wa denki desu. Okay? Next is kikai, which means mechanical and machinery. The same word is also used for machines. Next is jidosha, which means automobile or car. The last one is computer, which means computers. Next, let us see some basic words which will help you in daily conversation. Let me go through them one by one. Minasan means everyone or all of you. If you are in a gathering and want to address everyone, you can start with the word minasan. Next is sensei, which means teacher. In classrooms in India, we use sir and ma'am to call out our teacher. In Japan, they use the word sensei. But when referring to the job of a teacher, another word called kyoshi is used. Don't worry, you will learn this later on. Next is gakusei, which means student. Daigakusei means university student. Kaishain means company employee. Anohito means that person. Dare means who. Hai means yes. And iie means no. Tansai means how old. Before I go to sentence pattern, there are two important phrases which you must remember. The first one is hajimemashite. Hajimemashite means how do you do? The literal meaning is I am meeting you for the first time. It is usually used as the first phrase when introducing oneself. The next phrase is yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu means nice to meet you. It is usually used at the end of a self-introduction. This phrase is also used when closing out an email, and then it takes the meaning of kind regards. Okay? Next, let me go to sentence pattern and we will learn about the particle ka. Ka is used to express the speaker's doubt, question, etc. In Japanese, a question is formed by simply adding ka to the end of the sentence. Let us see the first type of question, which asks whether a statement is correct or not. I'll give you an example. To say that Mr. Rao is an Indian, in Japanese you will say Rao-san wa Indojin desu. This is what you learned in the first lesson. Now, simply add ka to the end of this sentence and change the intonation. So, it will become Rao-san wa Indojin desu ka? Is Mr. Rao an Indian? The question ends with a rising intonation. If you're asking a question, it should sound like a question and not like a statement. Isn't it? Yes or no? Now, depending on whether one agrees or not, the answer to such a question will begin with hai or iie. There can be only two answers. Either yes, he is an Indian, or no, he's not an Indian. So, for the first answer, they will say hai, Rao-san wa Indojin desu. And for the second answer, they will say iie, Rao-san wa Indojin de wa arimasen. Next, let us see the second type of question which uses an interrogative word. I'll give you an example. You learned the word dare, which means who. You also learned the word anohito, which means that person. So, to ask who is that person, in Japanese, you will say anohito wa dare desu ka? And if that person is Mr. Rao, the answer will be anohito wa Rao-san desu. Next, let us learn how to ask someone's age. In the previous lesson, you learned the word sai, which is a counter used to indicate the age. When asking someone's age, the interrogative nansai is used. If you want to be more polite, you should use the word oikutsu. For example, to ask how old is Mr. Rao, in Japanese you will ask Rao-san wa oikutsu desu ka? And if Mr. Rao is 39 years old, in Japanese they will say Rao-san wa 39 sai desu. Let us go to self-introduction. In all walks of life, whether you are a student or in business, you will meet new people and you will need to introduce yourself. The word jiko shokai means self-introduction in Japanese. Let us see the textbook version first. Just for example, I'm using Mr. Rao, who is an Indian, 39 years old, and an electrical engineer. His introduction will sound like this. はじめまして、私はインドのラオです。私は39歳です。私の専門は電気です。よろしくお願いします。Next, let us see a more practical version of this. Mr. Rao's introduction will sound like this. はじめまして、インドのラオです。よろしくお願いします。As you can see, this one is simple, practical, and sounds natural. Of course, if someone asks your age, specialty, occupation, etc., you can answer later on using the textbook version that you have learned. But for a good first impression, try to keep it simple, short, and sweet. Let it sound natural. So that is it. I hope this video was useful. If you found the video good, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.